Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Conscious Body Conversations. I am your host, Jessie Lucas of Embodied Movement Training. And today we have a friend that I've known for many years in this wellness space, Jen Gutfriend, who is a hypnotherapist and mindset coach. And it has been fascinating watching her journey and how she's kind of layered in the different wellness techniques along the way, her own story of what she's gone through, working her tools. This is what I love about my friends in wellness, when we work our tools on ourselves and can bring them out into the world in better ways, more powerful ways. So I recently, last year, got to know this whole field of hypnotherapy. And I have to be honest with you, I was a little bit scared of it at first. I have a very stubborn mind. I might be considered controlling. And honestly, I had some fears of what might be kind of lurking below the surface and what might happen if I access that. Since then, I've had some really interesting experiences and having some really interesting conversations about the topic and what is possible when you can access your subconscious from these levels. So, Jen, I just want to hear what you have to say on the matter, because I think this is a powerful tool that people might feel like me. They might either not know or be afraid or wondering kind of what's lurking on the other side here.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Jesse. And of course, your concerns are the same concerns I hear from many other people because there's so many misconceptions about hypnotherapy. I mean, myself, my first experience with hypnosis was one of those stage shows at a bar in college where they made me cluck like a chicken. So that's a lot of what people's experiences are, is they think it's mind control. Oh, well, this person can make me do things I don't want to do, which is actually the exact opposite of therapeutic hypnosis. In therapeutic hypnosis is we actually want to help you get what you want to do, not the other way around. So the power of hypnosis is we're actually accessing your subconscious mind, which is normally only accessed in that theta brainwave, which is actually the same as our REM sleep. So what we're doing is we're more or less relaxing you to a point where we can get into that subconscious. And why this is so important is your subconscious is like the hard drive of your computer, and it holds all of your memories. It holds every one of your beliefs. Your thought systems are all created within that subconscious mind, which is created based off of these stories and these things you've seen. The only problem is about 50% of those programs are created by the age of 5. So I'm also a psychology major. I'm getting my psych degree. So I know from a psychological perspective that by the age of 5, children don't have reason. They don't have that knowledge to reason and understand cause and effect. They believe what they see. So if you tell them something is pink, they'll believe it, whether they disagree or not. Or the great one is if you take, a tall glass of water and pour it into the short glass of water, children will believe that they're two different amounts of water. That's just the way children's minds work. So you can imagine up to the age of 5, you're creating 50% of your blueprint, what that's going to be like when you have no reason and no logic to help manage those thoughts. And then by the age of 18, you've got about 85% of your beliefs. So by the time we're told we're adults, we actually are already programmed to be the person we're going to be. We only have a very small percentage, which is what happens with most people. They get out in the world, they make these big goals, they have these big dreams, and then they fall short. And then they get frustrated and they get mad and they have no clue why. And a lot of people give up. And I found myself at 30, I literally had walked away from my life, my marriage, a business, my friends, literally had started my life from scratch. And it was like, well, what do I do differently? I've worked my butt off. I've done all the things that I'm told you're supposed to do to be successful, and none of them worked. So that's when I started my personal development journey. And that's when I uncovered hypnosis. And through the power of hypnosis, I was actually guided back to those earlier years. You know what? I created this belief at 2 days of age that I wasn't good enough. And as a hypnotherapist, I work with so many women. And the number one issue, 95% of women that I work with have the belief in one way or another that they're not enough. they've heard, I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not smart enough, whatever that is, they've heard that at some point in their life. And me, the first time I heard that, I was 2 days old. And I heard my mom talking to a friend about how difficult of a baby I was, how difficult her delivery was. And me at 2 days old internalized this as I'm not good enough, I'm difficult. And later on, that just kept further ingraining itself in me because once you create a belief, our mind is a very powerful thing and our mind wants to give us what it thinks we want. So it's those little programs in our subconscious mind that say, hey, you're not good enough. You're never going to be good enough. So our mind goes, okay, you don't want to be good enough. So I'm going to make sure that your outer actions match with your inner beliefs. So I'm going to make sure that you fail. And you keep doing that until one day you get frustrated and you give up, or you get mad, or you do something different. So it's those blocks, those beliefs, they're nothing to do with you. It's not something wrong with you. You are great. You are perfect. It's something has been programmed in you that's not serving you in your outer world.
The whole time you're talking, I think, so, I come from a movement background. So I think about, how your physical body responds. I'm just envisioning how these thought patterns then translate through, from your brain through the synapses down your nervous system and control literally our posture in the world too. So not only the decisions we make to put ourselves in the situations that reflect back to us and kind of confirm those thought patterns and those beliefs, but also, I mean, from my perspective, I'm like, they probably shape our body as well and our posture in the world and literally, our freedom to move. And I will tell you, I love what you said at the beginning. It's such a relief to know that you're not necessarily imprinting something else, but kind of it felt like such a relief to hear you say like relaxing to kind of get to what is there. And I think that that's what I had the hardest time with, because I think a lot of the subconscious imprinting that I was dealing with happened in adulthood. Those emotionally impactful things that like pierce right through and like mess with the wires in those hard drives. And those situations also came with the instruction, do not relax. You cannot relax. You can't let your guard down. You can't, so that just even that gateway of to relax also felt inaccessible. So I want to keep this short and sweet and digestible, but can you just speak to that in case someone out there is like me, whether that programming happened from very, very early on, like your story, or something, some sort of trauma impact later on. What if someone listening is going, okay, cool. Like I want to get to that, where that programming is and reprogram it, but I cannot, like, relaxing, nope, off the table. What can you say to that? Because I know that's the gateway, right? You got to,
Yeah, it's
I guess
those
that's
type A
where you come in.
personalities. And that was me, like, go, go, go. Because another one of my beliefs I created as a child was in order to be successful, you have to work hard. So, of course, when you're told that, I was bringing the candle at both ends. I was working hard. I was barely sleeping. I was putting it all in. I didn't want to relax because relaxing is failure. So I totally understand because you're like, I can't. But the thing is with hypnosis, is it makes it easy. And it doesn't have to be perfect. That's what everyone thinks. It's like meditation. People, oh, I can't shut off my mind. I tried meditation. It didn't work. I couldn't shut off my mind. I just gave up. But the thing with meditation, it's not about shutting your mind off. It's about feeling the thoughts coming in, noticing the thoughts, releasing the thoughts. And the same thing with hypnosis, and it's guided. So I'm guiding people through. You're listening to a voice talking you through, and you don't have to be perfect for it to work. So if a thought pops up, fine. Just be like, okay, why is this thought popping up? Is this something I need to know? And if not, then you move on. And even all of my clients, I send them this relaxation hypnosis, and I actually have it for free for anyone who wants it. And it helps anyone who says, I can't get into hypnosis. I can't relax. This isn't going to work for me. And I say, just do this short little relaxation hypnosis. It's 20 minutes. You are going to feel so relaxed and so amazing that you're not going to second guess that, because we think we can't do things, but that's our biggest problem, is we think we can't do things when you have to actually try it. And by hypnosis, you're accessing that different part of your brain, and you're actually going to rewire it to say, hey, I actually can relax.
I thank you for that. First of all, I need that. So I'm going to make sure I grab that from you. And at the end, make sure let's let people know how they can get that from you. There has been a theme in these conscious body conversations, all of these wonderful people that I've been talking to about this concept of ease. And I'm so glad that you brought that up, because I think before I looked at hypnosis, like I would have not paired ease with hypnosis personally for myself, or like, that's kind of why like I really kept it at bay. But through my own experiences I've had in this last year, it's almost like the easiest thing, because you don't have to go through all of those tangly channels. You just go right to the source. That's been my experience anyway. um so thank you for bringing up that concept of ease, because I really truly believe we are at a time, globally, culturally, personally, we need a little more ease. And also we need these powerful, impactful things to get to these deeper layers of health and wellness that we might not be able to access through some of the things we might already be doing, like just trying to adjust our diet, our sleep schedule, our hydration, or exercise, whatever, the normal things which we absolutely should be paying attention to. But I think there's some deeper things going on, but we need ease of access. So thank you for bringing that up. Let's wrap this up. There's so much more to this conversation, so I'm going to encourage you guys to get in touch with Jen and get her free resources, or whatever it takes for you to learn a little bit more, because this is so important. Jen, what's a parting thought or something you can leave us with, and then how can we find you?
Yeah, so the biggest thing is change doesn't have to be hard and you don't have to struggle. So making those shifts in your life, making those habit changes, it's difficult now because you're fighting against your mind. You can make it easy. It just takes starting with the mind and moving outwards. And when you do that, habit change, making shifts, being more successful, more happy, all of those become easy when you know what to do and how to start.
Awesome. Oh, I love it. Thank you. Okay, where can we get more of you?
So I'm on social media at Live Your Remarkable Life, and actually on Clubhouse at Mindset Coach Jen. And if you want that free relaxation hypnosis, the link is relaxation hypnosis one, and each of those words is capitalized. It is bit.ly.
Okay, awesome. I will have Jen send me the link, and I will include it in the show notes here, so you can just click on that. Jen, thank you so much. It's been awesome to reconnect with you and have these deeper levels of conversations. And if you're watching this, you're going to get more of her. We have a couple of other topics to talk about, so stay tuned for that. This is so important, you guys. So my work in embodied movement, if you don't know me, it's almost like the hack that Jen was talking about for your subconscious, but going up through your nervous system, using something so simple, the movement of your body, to do very similar things, to change emotional patterns, neural patterns, through conscious body practices. So if you'd like to learn any more about that, you can find me here. If you're seeing this on social media, then you know where to find me. Embodiedmovementtraining.com is the website. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Jen, so much.